I have a pressing topic that's on my mind that I've been wanting to talk about for a while now. Actually, I want to talk about a lot of things, but this, amongst many things that I would like to talk about, is, and I've written it down because I'm not very good at remembering things verbatim, word for word. So I've written this down based on my inspiration that I've gotten from God, to tell people and try to let people understand what's really happening, to let people understand the whole reason of God and people. Because a lot of people, they're confused. I guess I've been confused at one point, and until I got clarity from God from just praying. I like to use a creator as well, because a lot of people get this word God mixed up with, you know what, just many other people think of the word God. So I'd like to say the creator, because I think everyone can relate to the creator, the person who created us, whoever that may be to you, whoever you may find that truth to be. But he is the creator, your creator that created me, you, the creator, God. Okay? So I've written this down from an inspiration that I have, and I want to share it with you guys. I'm going to read it out, and then I'm going to attempt to explain what I've gotten from this intervention that I have, or this connection that I've received from God, the Creator. The reason for Jesus saving us, or the reason for Jesus coming here, is because of the love of God. All right? For God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Whatever you may interpret that as. But for God so loved us that he gave something that's special to him, that's only thing. It's like me saying I have $100 in my bank and I'm going to give it to my sister because I love her so much and I feel like she needs it more than I do. And that's the only $100 I have in my name. I have nothing else. That's the love of God for us. So he sent Jesus here. I'm just going to read what I've written, because I don't seem to remember a lot of things at times. But Jesus saving us is to save us from hell, is to save us from a great destruction that we don't understand. And we sometimes don't believe because we refuse to believe in hell, or if hell exists or hell doesn't exist. But I would say this: if I've been warned about something, I'm going to take heed. So if you believe in hell or you don't believe in hell, I think you should think about it to see it. Does it really make sense, right? If you've been warned that the hurricane is coming, a disaster is coming, what are you going to do? You're going to prepare, right? So hurricane is coming to Florida or to wherever, you're going to prepare because you know it's a disaster, but you don't know if it's coming because you've been told it's coming. Now, we've been told about hell, and we've been told about many other things. We've been told about our destruction, but we think that maybe because it's not close enough to reality or close enough to action or happening, we don't need to prepare. But that's the biggest part of it, because when we least expect it, or when we least expect things to happen, it happens. And the thing about it, I have so many things to say, so it's just like hard for me to say it all at once. But to bring it to the point is, if we don't have a chance to correct our mistakes, or we don't have a chance to save ourselves. I look at Kobe. Kobe just died recently, and my heart goes out to him. I was very, very hurt of what happened to Kobe. I'm still hurt right now because I think of it, and I've thought of many things, and I say, you know what? A lot of people say he died too soon. I actually don't believe in anyone dying too soon. I believe that death is a certainty, and death was designed. I mean, it happens, and it's my heart goes out to his family. But I believe that if it's your time, it's your time. And whatever happened with Kobe, I don't know his relationship with the Creator, because the Creator has different requirements. He has requirements of us in order for us to be saved. We don't know what will happen after we die, and that's a sad part. But we've been warned, just like we were warned of a hurricane or a natural disaster. This is a disaster. We should treat it like a disaster. We're just being real. Think about it. Think wisely. Don't think religiously. Think about yourself. The first law of human nature is self-preservation. So think about preserving yourself. Not just about now, not just about this preservation on this earth. Because we've been told many things. We've been told that there's a hurricane coming. We're prepared. We've been told that there is life after death. When you die, you just don't die. Now, how do you know? Do you just live with that uncertainty, or you just, put it under the rug? You sweep it right under the rug, say, hey, it doesn't exist. But what if it does exist? Then what happens? What if hell really does exist? What if this disaster actually happens? What if the hurricane actually hits? What are you going to do? Are you going to be prepared? Or you're going to be one of those people who don't have a shutter? And then guess what? A hurricane damages your whole property, and it may even kill you. That's just how serious it is about preparation. So I think we should think logical and stop thinking religiously. Stop thinking about what we've heard, but think about it. What if hell is real? I believe hell is real. And I believe it for many reasons. And I believe the reason why Jesus came is to save us from hell, because God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten Son. Why would he send him? Why? What is he trying to do? He's trying to protect us and save us from something that's dangerous, everlasting danger that we don't know about. And I think that's what he's doing. And I think we should start thinking, why did all of this happen? And not think religiously, but think common, think, right? Still haven't said what I have to say, but this is my inspiration. Jesus saving us from hell. Jesus has nothing to gain from telling us to prepare and to save ourselves from hell, and him telling us the truth and what we need to do to be saved. So Jesus has nothing to gain by trying to save us. He has no benefits. It won't make him any more powerful by trying to tell us to prepare ourselves or trying to save us. He won't make him any more popular. It won't do any of that for him. It actually caused them physical pain at that moment because he had to endure it. So if you think about it, like someone trying to sell you something, why are you trying to sell me this? And he said, you know what? I don't need to make any money because I have money. So why are you selling it to me? Why are you selling me this watch if you don't need to make money? So there's a reason, but the great thing about this is Jesus had no reasons or no gain from it. But the only reason is because of the love of God to save us from eternal damnation, if you believe it or not. If you believe in the hurricane or not, it's coming. He loves us while he does that. He has nothing further to gain from saving us, but we have much more to gain by listening to his warning. Jesus, God loves us while he does that, while he sent his son. He has nothing further to gain from saving us, but we have much more to gain by listening to his warning. So listen to that, guys. He has nothing to gain from telling us to be obedient, to do what God wants us to do. Nothing. But he's trying to save us. What is so hard about doing that? Even if you didn't want to, think for a minute. Why are we so disobedient and stubborn? That's the question I ask. If we're so smart, we would think about what if what was said was true. And where we go when he returns, when God returns, and do we know there are no further atonement after we die? So why not make it right now? Why are we so disobedient and stubborn? If we're so smart, we're thinking about what if it is true? What if that hurricane actually came? What would happen? What if hell is true? And what if the reason why Jesus has been telling us all this is to save us because he loves us so much? What if that is true? That's your decision. I've made my decision and I believe that that's true. And I'm preparing like a wise person would do. Prepare for the storm. Prepare for the hurricane. Okay? So it's your decision. If we're warned about a tsunami, would we prepare or a disaster we know we never encountered before? So if we were warned about a tsunami, would we prepare? Or if we knew about a disaster that we never encountered before, would we prepare because we trust the source that gives us the news? Right? Would we? Would we take heed? Would we listen, or would we ignore it? That's the question. So if we were told that an unnatural disaster is coming or a meteoroid is coming to hit this planet and we need to go underground, would we go underground or would we just laugh about it? I think a lot of people would start making preparation. But why aren't we making preparation to save ourselves? Why? Because it sounds so mythological that it's hell. What if it is true? What if this disaster is coming? Think, guys. God sent his son, Jesus, after all, he died for us to save us. Who else would die for us? Do you know anyone that would die for you to save you? People will say that, but when it comes to it, they wouldn't. Self-preservation. And that's why we're human beings. And that's why God is God, because he's different. He's on some other level. And he has sacrificed his son for us to warn us about the damnation and about things that are about to happen that he knows that we don't know. All he's trying to do is prepare us. He's not forcing us. He's telling us, guys, prepare yourself. This is what you need to do. You need to take this precaution. You need to put plywood on your door if you can't afford a shutter. You need to do whatever you need to do to protect yourself from that disaster, from that hurricane. That's all he's trying to do because he loves us. But yet we're so disobedient. We're so rebellious. We don't heed to warning. We are going to be our own self-destruction. But for any of you that have a brain and any of you that think logical, don't think religious. Think about what I said. And I really hope you think and make a right choice to heed to any warning. God bless you. May the Creator bless you. And may you gain knowledge. And may you have more understanding. And may you ask more questions. May you pray. And the Creator will listen to you. If you're interested in saving yourself, if you're interested in that, I wish you all the best. And I wish you all the blessings.